Here's where it got interesting. The day before the trip, Vicky called Jake sobbing. Her grandmother was in the hospital and she couldn't possibly go away that weekend. Jake was devastated, especially since the reservation was non-refundable. Vicky, being the thoughtful person she is, suggested he take the trip anyway since he'd been working so hard. Jake reluctantly agreed. The minute Jake told me he was going on a guys fishing trip that weekend, his cover story to me, I texted Vicky and Teresa. The plan was in motion. Vicky had already secretly given me the reservation details. As soon as Jake left for work the next morning, I packed my bags, picked up Teresa, and we drove to the exact resort Jake had booked for his weekend with Vicky. We checked in using the reservation Jake had paid for. The front desk didn't even blink when I gave them my ID. The reservation was under Jake's name but didn't specify guest names. We spent the entire weekend in luxury. Spa treatments, gourmet meals, hiking with a private guide, all courtesy of Jake's credit card. We even ordered room service and charged it to the room. Meanwhile, Jake was texting Vicky about how disappointed he was, but how he was making the best of it on his fishing trip with imaginary friends. We took so many pictures that weekend, being careful not to post them anywhere Jake might see. Those photos went into what we called our evidence locker, the folder we'd eventually use to show Jake just how thoroughly he'd been played. When I got home Sunday night, Jake was already there telling me about all the huge fish he and his buddies caught. I nodded and asked questions, acting interested while secretly replaying the memory of soaking in a hot tub with a glass of expensive champagne he had paid for. The pattern continued for another month. One of my favorite scams was the birthday present scheme. Vicky mentioned her best friend's birthday was coming up, and she wanted to get her something special but was short on cash. Jake immediately offered to help. He ended up buying an expensive designer bag that Vicky had picked out, which she promptly gave to me for my birthday, which was actually the following week.